Fellow Jews, how do you do? I'd like to introduce Jewish Mom Approved.
All right, everybody, welcome to JMA episode number 7. Meet Yossi, half of JewCrazy, with 253,000 followers right now on TikTok. Absolute legend, phenomenal dancer. Please welcome JewCrazy.
Hello, what's up? How you doing?
Well, it's so great to have you here. It's crazy that we even met from TikTok, from the internet, and I just wanted to take a little throwback trip to our first ever collab. So let's cue the tape.
Oh, you Chava, your mother told me all about.
My eyes.
So listen, I did some little bit research and I found a nice Jewish boy. I think you'll like him.
Should have known where this was going.
Oh, listen, hear me out. Okay, he's very Chabad, he's very kosher. I heard he was in the frat API, the brotherhood thing. Okay, he reads Torah, he does it all. You'll really like him, I think.
Chava, I've been waiting so long to meet you. I've been waiting outside for like 2 hours, 35 minutes, 15 seconds, and I can't wait to go out with you. I know I'm gonna marry with you. We have so many kids, that is so much fun.
Huh? Can I talk to you for a second? Okay, you and your children, you have your weird things that you guys like. I have one more.
Hi, Chava. I just finished my shear, and I'm getting ready to go out with you, and I can't wait to meet you. And that stinks.
Okay, so which one would you rather go out with, one or two?
I don't know. I'm taking neither. Neither of those look like good options.
That was so fun and so different from what you normally did, and I had so much fun.
Yeah, it's definitely very different than what we.
It feels so long ago.
It was probably close to, I don't know, maybe is it a year already?
A year ago, probably,
sure.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Okay, so with 250,000, more than 250,000 followers, and I'm sure you'll have more by the time this comes out, what has that been like to keep yourself in this one niche? You know, did you ever think about coming out of it or doing more things like what we just showed? How did you grow so much from Judaism?
So that's a funny thing, because like a lot of people do have a niche. Like I kind of like to think that we don't really have a niche. I mean, yes, we're Jewish and we throw, I guess our niche is that we throw a Jewish twist into the trends usually, but we also do like videos, create videos that have nothing to do with Judaism, which also can do really well and have done really well. But in terms of like the niche, the Jewish niche, it's really that when we see like popular trends going around, we try to hit the trends and put our own Jewish twist on it. But again, we try to make sure it's something that most people, even not Jewish, can understand. That way it can reach a larger audience.
100%. And so when did you start it and why did you start it?
I'm not really sure. Like, I think my brother-in-law, like, really, Tomer, the other half of JewCrazy, he, I think, like, saw a video or something maybe, and said like, yo, we should make a video or something. And before that, I had like I still have the app on my phone, so I like opened it and I made a TikTok like with my grandmother. Actually, that's like the first TikTok I ever made. And then like he was like, yeah, let's do a video. So like we made a few videos. Like we looked at the trends, and we had like a dancing video, and then like the third one or fourth one, I think we did like a dancing video that like just blew up. Mm-hmm. And we're like, and like he's looking at it, I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's a lot of views, a lot of comments. Like, okay. And then it just took off from there.
And so what would your advice be for someone who's trying to get into the Jewish TikTok world? Because I would say, at least in my brain, you're the most successful Jewish TikToker who didn't have like a presence before TikTok.
Right. So yeah, so we didn't, as a duo, we didn't exactly have a presence. So we had made some videos in the past, but nothing like this.
Nothing crazy, yeah.
The tip I would give, I guess, is, I mean, obviously the idea is to have fun on TikTok. It's really the idea. You want to go on there, have fun, enjoy yourself. Yeah. But just a couple things I would say is, number one, you really want to try to capture the person's attention within the first like 3 seconds, because they originally made it for like 15-second videos because people don't have patience. So people like that 15 seconds, you go. Well, people have less patience than that. So try to get their attention within 3 seconds. So that's why you have like a caption in the beginning that says something like Jewish. You know, if someone's Jewish and they see it, they might want to stay.
Yeah.
Or the caption really captures their attention. And then really it's just about trying to create a video that more people would understand, unless you don't want to hit that. Like if you just want to hit certain Jews and certain like that, mess around with the hashtags. Like you put Jewish or stuff like that, because what TikTok apparently does, I don't know if 100% if they do this, but from my understanding, whatever's written on the screen and the hashtags and the captions, they take those words and they try to throw it out to different audiences. So when people ask us, a lot of people ask us like, why do you put the Islam, the hashtag or Muslim? I'm like, because that's the audience I'm trying to hit. Like for certain videos, like, you know, because they just think the hashtag, it means, oh, it's against them. That's not how it works. Hashtags are to go out to reach out to a certain audience. So that's what you got to do.
Have you gotten any dating prospects from this? Are you single? You know, Cheryl Cohen has to make sure all of her NJB and NJGs are getting what they deserve. You know what I'm talking about.
I hear you. No, I'm definitely still single. Like on the lives, a lot of times people like write things like, so like some people joke around like it's became like a shit up like live or something. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that.
And so you guys are both, first of all, hysterical. I'm so curious. Like this is something I wanted to know. Are you guys, did you take theater classes before this? Were you interested in comedy? Was there some background before, you know, just being the funny people you are?
So I don't know. I don't believe Tomer took any classes. I can't say for sure because I don't know him that well as from when he's a little child. But to my knowledge, he hasn't. But he's always created like funny videos. Like when he was in a school, like he created funny videos with his friends and stuff that I think he still has somewhere. And me, like I also like created like I was pretty active on my own Instagram back in the day, like on stories and always like trying to make jokes and stuff, like show my personality. And created some videos here and there. So I had that in me, but I didn't take any classes. No.
We talked about this a little bit before we started the show, but your TikTok's been banned and unbanned and banned and unbanned and banned and unbanned. What has that been like for you? What has speaking to TikTok been like for you? Do you feel upset, annoyed? Does it make you want to make content less when you're back on?
It's a good question. Yeah, so we got banned, I think it was last week for the first time. And it wasn't, I mean, we've never been banned before. This is the first time we've been banned, like from posting a set. Right. And we're like just looking, it says like due to multiple community guidelines violations, you're banned from posting. We're like, multiple community guidelines? We don't have any violations. What do you mean multiple?
Yeah.
We're like, so we like reached out to some people, like, you know, someone gave us an email for TikTok that we could reach out to. And then in the app, we emailed them, we messaged them as well. In the app, they're automatic response and they pretty much ignore you. So it doesn't really help. Through the email, it's also an automatic response. But the first time we did that, they actually did respond and say, we found no community guidelines violations, so you're not banned anymore. So we're like, oh, yeah, great. So we posted a new video. Right after we posted it, we got the same notification, you're banned again. And we're like, what? And they didn't take down any videos, nothing. So we're like, it's like hits you. Like, come on, like we have content ready to post, but we can't. It's just not letting you. And
so why? Why do you think it is? Why do you think this has happened to you? Do you have an idea of like which video?
So it's not from any video to our knowledge, because we don't really have any videos that are like that. Like if there's a video that TikTok doesn't like, they take it down. They say to violate community guidelines and they take it down. But the first 3 times we got banned in the last week, we didn't have any videos that got taken down. There's nothing like that. And we're like, just like, what's going on? Like, is someone messing with our account? The only thing we could really think of is that we're getting mass reported because people don't like us because we're Jewish at this time. And I think we're getting mass reported, and that's the only explanation we have, because the second after we post a new video, like 17 minutes after that, there's probably like a team ready. They go, ban, and then boom, we're gone.
And so you just gave me a really great segue. You know, I mean, obviously, you know what's going on in the world. Anti-Semitism is on the rise, and it's very prevalent on TikTok. So have you experienced any firsthand? What has it been like? And then what are your strategies for dealing with it with the account that you both share?
Right. So personally, I haven't experienced anything recent. I've only really experienced like one time in my life, but that was a while ago, like years ago. But in the area that I'm in, I haven't experienced anything. I have a lot of friends though. I don't have that many friends, but I have friends like where I see their stories on Instagram and stuff, and it's basically sharing everything that is going on, and they're around the world to see what is going on and what people are saying. And the anti-Semitism, it's ridiculous, like how much hate there is in the world. It's sad to see, honestly, and it's definitely scary for some people. Like I actually saw, I don't know how many people know about this, but there's a soccer player, not Jewish. He said he was walking in New York City, and a few pro-Palestinian protesters came over to him, and they said, "Are you Jewish?" He said, "No." And then he said, "Wait a second, what if I was?" And they pulled out a knife and said, "What if I was?" And they said, "We would, get rid of you, whatever." And then like they got into a little confrontation and he walked away. And he said this to the media and whatever. And again, this is someone who's not Jewish, who's facing anti-Semitism in a sense because they want to know if he might be. So just imagine someone who is visibly Jewish,
Right.
what would happen to them. So it's definitely scary what's going on. But for us, thank God not. Now, how do we deal with this on TikTok? Put it this way.
Yeah.
When this whole thing first started, like one of our videos got like another 200,000 views or something. And like in one day we had like another 2,000 comments, all hate comments. Every single one of them was a hate comment. And we're looking at this.
Like that too.
We're just looking at this, but the fun thing is we're so used to this. We're just laughing. We're like looking at all these things they're saying, like you do this, you do that. We're like, okay. I mean, we live in the United States of America, but yeah, keep going. Just looking at these comments, having a blast. And what we really do is to combat this, in a sense, we make it a funny thing, showing how ridiculous the comment is. And what we do is a lot of times is reply to videos in a funny way to those comments. We actually have one we're waiting to post now, but we can't because we're bad.
And it all boosts the post at the end of the day. So
hey, listen, we're part of the creator fund. The more comments and views that we get, the more money we make. Keep the hate comments coming at us.
I love that attitude. Going on that, you had a little feud with Trisha Paytas.
Oh, yes, we did.
Can we
Honestly, I wouldn't even call it a feud.
Or like a little bit of a back and forth. Yeah. I'm still very confused about it, but why don't you explain to everyone?
Sure. All right, so what happened was we made a video. There's a trend going around that said, "Oh no, I can't F with y'all," right? So people are doing different like trends to it. There's a trend that was going around. So so we looked at it, we're like, all right, what can we do? So we looked and we remember that we got a lot of comments asking us, hey, as a Jew, can you marry a non-Jew? Yeah. So we're like, you know what? This is a perfect video to say no, but in a nice way, in a sense. It didn't sound nice in the video, but our caption our caption straight up said, we love our religion, meaning we can't marry out of our religion. And then in our comment section, we made it very clear that it was strictly about religion and nothing else. So Trisha sees this and she duets the video and says, Jews who won't marry a Jew who was not born Jewish, mind you, we never said born, right? Says someone who wouldn't marry a Jew that wasn't a non-Jew that wasn't born Jewish has a little peen. That's what she said, right? So we're looking at this, we're like, huh? So this was actually before I had the whole COVID issue took effect for us. So we're like, all right, we got to respond to this. So we made a whole response video. We're like, talk about how it's, it's just a rule in our religion. There's nothing to do with anything else. We don't have no hate or anything against any person. It's just simply due to religious reasons, we can't marry out of religion. Simple as that. So we made a little video, nice response. And by the way, right when we posted it, TikTok put up with no sound. We're like, what? Like, what happened? So because we had to choose the sound. So we had to re-upload it. Thank God it went up and it did well. Then she responded back, and we responded back. It was just then it kind of stopped, and then we were like, you know what? We're already on this bandwagon, and we have different videos we can make that are response to what she said.
So what was she responding back? Like, what was she saying?
The next big video she made was something like, as Jews, you can't do idol worship, and you guys are idols because you're making TikToks. We're like, okay, I don't think you understand what the Torah is exactly saying. I know you're reading it off Google. That's not really what it means.
So we're getting to the last two questions. You kind of touched on this before, but I am going to need a numerical answer from you. How Cheryl Cohen is your mother? Decimals are allowed. 1 through 10, 10 being most Cheryl.
0.
Not even a 0.2. I just said decimals. There's no part of Cheryl that's... So explain your mom. Explain the validation.
She's just a nice mama. No,
you think Cheryl's not nice?
Cheryl's very nice. My mom isn't that type.
All right. Okay, fine. So one final question. This question is going to determine if we can still be friends after this conversation. Is a bagel considered a sandwich?
To be clear, when you say that, you mean a plain bagel?
Oh.
Or do you mean something in the bagel?
We mean bagels, period. Anything on them. Not sandwich, like it just can't be a sandwich.
Not a sandwich.
No. You were converted to the dark side. But hear me out. No, it's not a sandwich. When you say to your friend, "Hey, let's get sandwiches," you don't come out with a bagel and cream cheese.
Well, to be honest, I never say that. Yeah, we talk about sandwiches.
You shouldn't. So you wouldn't classify a bagel as a sandwich. That would be weird. Like, let's say I was like, "Yo, let's hang out and get a sandwich," and you know, I brought out a bagel. You'd be like, "Libby, that's off," as you like a smart person would say. Libby, don't do that.
I guess in a sense, yeah. I mean, I don't call it a tuna sandwich. Like I said, I get a tuna bagel or something. A cream cheese bagel. Yeah, I don't call it a sandwich, I guess.
Okay, so bagels are not a sandwich.
I guess, yeah. What is a sandwich?
It's like
Like
not
peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Like
a bagel, bread? It's like offensive, you know, to say that a bagel is a sandwich. Like bagel is special. You can have a challah sandwich. Bagels have holes in them, and like you put lox and stuff. You wouldn't put lox on like a baguette. That's weird.
I'll put on anything if I'm hungry. You know?
Or like cream cheese on a baguette.
Yeah.
Weird.
Girl. I'll eat that baguette with the cream cheese.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to share today? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to share before we end for today?
I mean, because we're banned, we had to make like a backup TikTok account, which we haven't really posted to yet. We'll see what happens with that. We literally called it JewCrazy Backup, but well, we'll see what happens with that. But we're trying to really stick to our main one if we ever get unbanned. So TikTok, if you're watching this, don't ban us right now. Thank you.
I love it, and thank you so much for coming on today and sharing everything, all your tips and your tricks. And it was so much fun to learn more about you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Jewish mom approved.